Hi guys, I'm 21 weeks pregnant today. So this will be my next video, which like I said, I don't see any doctor till my 24-week mark, so not sure what much I'll have to say in the meantime, but I did want to share that at one of my appointments we talked about breastfeeding, and she gave me a card that had do it through your insurance. And so I did do that, and oh my gosh, it was the easiest, simplest thing ever. I literally just put in my information. I think I had just to take a picture of my insurance card, and then they replied and showed me my options of what was fully covered, what I could upgrade to, all that. So I did ask a lot of people on Instagram because I'm it's my fourth baby, but I've never breastfed. So I asked them for their opinions on the pumps that I was given an option for, and they gave me a lot of them. I believe a lot of people said this one specifically, so I went with it. And it was all entirely covered, which is so nice because I feel like you pay all this money for insurance, or well, Joey does through work, and you still have to pay $100 for this, $100 for that, a few hundred for this. So nice to actually get something fully free. So pretty exciting. So I got the Spectra S2 Plus. That's the one that I went with. I literally I have not even opened this box, so I'm not even entirely sure of what's in it. It says that it includes flanges, 2 bottles, and caps, all that. Duckbill valves, backflow protector, tubing, power cord, all that. And then a whole bunch of other stuff. They gave me a whole box of storage bags, and what are these? Yeah, I don't know what any of this is. That's I'm so clueless. Backflow protector. Got literally 2 boxes of that. Like I said, don't know what that is. I should really open these because I have no idea what any of this is. Yeah, it says silicone breast pump with silicone pump stopper. Got that. Storage bottle. I literally got 4 packs of these, so 2, and then 2 more are in this box, as well as two small cap converters. Once again, no idea what any of this does. So if you want to help my clueless self out in the comments, feel free, because yeah, I mean, I should open it to look at it and figure out read directions and all that, but I'm not really a direction reader, so I should be. Yeah, and it's shipped for free, literally covered. So exciting. Well, and I think they contact you every few months for replacement parts. So oh my gosh, I'm just super happy with how easy that was. So yeah, that's my breast pump. Gotta learn more about breastfeeding and breast pumping and all of that before I really start, but I still have time, so I'm good. But yeah, so that's I'm 21 weeks. I just cleaned up Sailor's room today, putting her clothes away and all that. So I'm really hoping that we can get started soon on putting his nursery together. I already bought the paint, which we're only painting one wall, but yeah, I'm hoping to start that going and get that joy from that, because as much as there's so much sadness and grief around Sailor, it's a very bittersweet thing happening. But yeah, I will see you guys with more updates as the weeks go on here. Today I'm 22 weeks pregnant. I wanted to do like a quick little haul that I went to Target yesterday and did some shopping. But first I just kind of want to say, like, this past week has been a little difficult. I've been having trouble falling asleep. I've been having like a lot of flashbacks about Sailor's birth. And then kind of when I am asleep, I've been having nightmares. So I feel like it's easing up a little bit, but it's just not been fun. It's just, my anxiety is just at an all-time high. Like, I thought it was gonna go down, but it kind of hasn't. So I don't know. We'll see how the next week goes. So yeah, but I did some retail therapy. Actually I stopped at Bye Bye Baby and got this cute little 9-month sleeper on clearance. That was the only thing I got from there. And then I got these cute little sleepers. They're newborn. This one, and animals. I've been shopping a lot, but I figured it'd probably be boring if I showed you all the clothes I had for him. So I'm just doing like little bits here and there, I guess, just to. Also got these sleepers in newborn size, so just some stripes, some boats, and some more boats. This one is size newborn as well. I've been eyeing this one up, and I've seen it online, I think, and I'm not really an online shopper. So I finally found it, and it was the only one there, so I snagged it. I love the crabs. And here's another sleeper. This one was size 9 month on clearance, just a little turtle. Here's a little 6-month outfit with it's just a one piece with a lion on it. I got this on clearance. It's like a little 3-piece outfit. So you got this shirt with the shorts and then a onesie. So just like some jungle animals. And then when I was just shopping and I was in the big girls section looking at gymnastics leotards for winter, buy their socks and stuff, I found this stuff randomly laid there. It was not supposed to be there, but it was all clearance. This cute little bathrobe. It's got koalas on it and little ears. So I was like, well, I'm getting that. As well as some clearance towels, koalas, so they match the robe. And then another random pack of towels. These ones are sharks. This has little shark teeth, oops, and a fin as the hood. So yeah. And then the only other thing I got was these clear bins. They were $5. So I've got the cloth diapers that we use as burp cloths in there. I picked up 4 of them. I figured they're kind of just good to have. I might use them back here for holding diapers and such. Yeah, so that was my little shopping haul. I'm kind of waiting for, because I have a lot of summer clothes for him, so now I'm kind of waiting for stores to clear that out and then get their fall winter stuff in, so I can start buying more of that in the correct sizes. So that I am excited, as much as I hate seasons changing and summer going away, but it just gets me more excited for him to be here. So yeah, hoping this 22 week will be a little bit better. Today I'm 24 weeks, so I am all dolled up because I'm going to take some pictures. 24 weeks is kind of a huge milestone moment. It's viability. So if he were to come early for whatever reason, life-saving measures would be taken. So that's a huge sigh of relief, but at the same time, it's not, because I know the harsh reality that babies can die before they're even outside of your womb. So it's very exciting, but also like I still have so far to go, and it's just, there's no guarantee. And yeah, but I took 24-week pictures last year with Sailor because it felt like a huge milestone, so I kind of decided I would do it as well. Joey and Winter are camping this weekend, so I kind of figured I would just take some of like just myself. My mom took them for me, and then we'll go in like a few weeks to take like actual like family maternity pictures. Yeah, I go tomorrow for my MFM appointment and then my second blood draw for the lupus anticoagulant. So I'm really hoping to know those results in a few days, and get excited to see him again on the ultrasound. I still kind of been having like nightmares of things like just going wrong that like didn't even go wrong with Sailor, just like all these other things that can go wrong with a baby. I'm just fully terrified. So I've been having some nightmares still, which isn't fun. And yeah, it's tough, but it's exciting having the weeks pass, and I've been keeping really busy doing stuff. So, but I will update you on how my MFM appointment goes tomorrow. I'm home from my MFM appointment. If you can hear in the background, my kids are playing in the playroom, so sorry about that. But yes, I had my 24-week MFM appointment today, and it went well overall. It was a growth ultrasound, and he's measuring really well. They estimated him to be 1 pound 10 ounces, so it was like 75th percentile. And now the bird's screaming too. And I have to draw my blood for the second lupus anticoagulant test. I guess like their computer system or whatever was down for like the morning, so it made for kind of like a complicated day for them. So I'm hoping to know results and stuff for the blood test soon. I did get some ultrasound pictures, just switched it over to 3D. So I got some cute pictures of some cute 3D pictures of his face. And then she did like one normal like profile view picture of his head. There wasn't much to talk about. Like, I didn't have many questions. I just kind of had questions about the blood test and like if I'll have to start the blood thinner kind of right away. Which yes, I will if it is positive. So definitely anticipating just knowing those results so I can start that. But yeah, overall things are going okay right now. Don't mind me looking like an absolute mess, but I just wanted to talk about how I did receive the results today for the lupus anticoagulant test. I was actually on like a video call or whatever with my therapist, and I was like talking about how I was supposed to have the results in the morning, but I didn't have them yet. And like there was like 2 minutes left of my session, and then my phone was ringing, and I was like, oh, of course, like it's my doctor calling, which I kind of assumed the answer to that. And then she left me a voicemail talking about how I tested positive again for lupus anticoagulant, so like it is confirmed, and that I would need to start taking the Lovenox injection blood thinners like right away. So she called that into the pharmacy, and that I would that the pharmacist would like show me how, but if they didn't, that I could go in and have just like a nurse show me how to do it, because I've never done a self-injection before, so that'll be a learning process. But yeah, and then of course my pharmacy didn't have them. So they should be coming in tomorrow. So I will be starting that and going. So I'll take the baby aspirin tonight, but then once I have the Lovenox, I'll stop the baby aspirin and can just do the injections starting now all the way through 6 weeks postpartum. So probably like end of November, December, early December, I'm thinking. Yeah, so that's a lot. It was good to have that answer, but at the same time, it's just kind of difficult of, I don't know, like knowing that there's like something wrong. So I did call the doctor and I kind of had like a few questions, like what it meant as far as like what happened with Sailor, what it meant as far as like the MFM doctor mentioned yesterday that if they knew I was positive, like at the beginning, like they rule out ectopic pregnancy and you start the injections right away. So I've gone now like so long without it that like, what does that mean? Like, am I okay? And then kind of also just curious as far as like what that would mean for even just a future pregnancy. Like, what does that look like? So her nurse called me back and kind of like asked those questions because I don't go to see her till next week. So I'm like, yeah, it's kind of going to rack my brain. Like I want to know what this is, what this means. So she kind of talked to the doctor and answered them for me. As far as Sailor's demise, my doctor said she doesn't really know if it played a part in it. It could have, but she thinks it was kind of just a bunch of different things, and that's that. And then she mentioned that as far as this pregnancy goes, I was on the baby aspirin, which was like good enough, I guess, until now that I'll be on this. And then as far as future pregnancies, like if I do get pregnant again, I would start the injections like right away. So kind of just answered those questions for me. Like, I don't know. I don't really fully understand like what it is. Like I know it's like a blood clotting disorder, but I feel like every time I ask, they talk with such the big medical terms that they don't put in layman's terms, and it's like just super difficult to comprehend. So I'm just kind of struggling with that. Not the answer I wanted, but at the same time, I'm happy to have the answer so I can start that treatment for it and, you know, hoping for a better outcome. And then it's just been a emotionally draining day. Like I feel like I was like emotionally beat up between kind of learning that, just having therapy today, like that always makes me like extra emotional. And then like after all that, I then got a call from the MFM and they were like, we're canceling your 28-week appointment. Like you didn't need to make that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like I'm supposed to have an ultrasound at 28 weeks. Like that, I literally said that out loud to the doctor. He said, yeah. I went up to the office girl, made the appointment. Like how, I don't know. And so I was just like, what are you talking about? Like this was the plan pre-pregnancy consultation. This was the plan for this pregnancy. Like during this, like they've said it. I'm like confused. And she just kept telling me that I needed to talk to my OB. And just like kind of wasn't really giving me like answers. And I was just, yeah, it was just frustrating. So I called my OB office and I'm like, okay, like what the heck? Like they canceled this on me. And it was extremely triggering for me because I had like an appointment for Sailor, but then I had COVID. So I had to reschedule it, and I rescheduled it for like, at that time, it was like a 10-day like period or whatever. Well, so I would have been clear to go to the office. Like I had done my 10 days of quarantine, and they canceled that on me. And they were like, nope, like you can come later. And I was like, nope, like I haven't been there in a while. Like I need to be seen. And they were like, nope. And so then they made an appointment for me like later on, which was actually after her demise. So it was just extremely triggering that it's like, things are good, things are fine until they're not. And to have something canceled on me, and especially after learning I tested positive for this lupus anticoagulant, I was just like extremely frustrated. Like, how are you giving me now less care. Like, they didn't want me to come back. The MFM doesn't want me back until 34 weeks. So it's just extremely difficult because that was not the plan we had in place. I had a 32-week loss. It's a lot. And I don't feel as though their care is, you know, there for me. I don't know. And so I called my OB office and I felt like so annoying. I'm like, I feel like I've called a million times. And they were confused and they were like, you should call them. And I'm like, they told me to call you. Like, I'm just kind of in the middle here. Like, I don't know what to do, but why are they canceling this on me? And she was like, I don't know. Like, I have no idea. But she's like, just like reading the notes, you know, you're going to start getting weekly non-stress tests at 28 weeks, as well as, which I knew that because that was a part of our initial plan. So like, I'm good with that. That was part of the plan. And then she said weekly ASIs starting at 28 weeks. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. This doctor never mentioned that term to me, never mentioned anything about it, yet notated it to my OB. Are you going to inform me of this new plan you've made? No? Okay, because you didn't. And I guess that's an ultrasound to check for, she told me for amniotic fluid. I don't know. I guess I have never ever heard of it until my OB's nurse told me about it. And then I guess he also wants me getting weekly growth ultrasound starting at 34 weeks, which once again, he did not mention that. Like, nothing was mentioned. And I'm like, I'm just so frustrated because none of this was talked about. Like, we were sitting face to face. He did not tell me any of this. I don't know why. I don't know. Like, my mom was with me. She didn't hear any of this. Like, I'm not crazy. Like, he just literally didn't talk about it. So, yeah, I'm feeling really frustrated, feeling emotionally drained. It's getting harder, and I feel like it's getting more complicated, and then yet, like, they're giving me less care. I don't know. I know my OB will talk to me about it next week, but that doesn't help for, like, right now. So I'm just super frustrated and trying to advocate for myself, but it's like they're sending me back and forth and talk to this person, talk to that person, and it's like, you're both just sending me back and forth, and I'm being treated like crap. Like, that's just not okay. I shouldn't have less care. So I don't know. It's super upsetting when there was a plan in place and I knew of it, and now it's being changed and it wasn't even talked about with me, and they're just canceling on me. Like, I don't appreciate it whatsoever. It's not okay. But yeah, so I will be seeing my OB next week for 25 weeks for my glucose test, and then talking to her about all this because I'm like pretty fed up with it. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end this 21 to 24 week video here. I appreciate you guys watching. If you don't already subscribe, please do. That means the world to me. Like the video, any comments. I love reading all the comments and responding. It's just so nice. But I will see you guys in my next video.